People just think that you switch something and all of a sudden you're gonna win. Just because Tyson switches the power mode to aggressive, that doesn't mean he's gonna win. He was serious about this.
Yeah.
He was serious about this fight.
The old nerves still ain't creeping in yet, are they, mate?
But I don't think they ever will.
Really?
I don't think they ever will. I haven't been nervous for a long time, you know. I feel like I've lost like basic human emotions. The only ones I've got is angry and sad, and another one that I'm not gonna say.
Like, even like great Mike Tyson interviews, he would talk about how he was scared. He felt fear. Sometimes he would cry. He was so scared of losing. Like, fear is a great motivator.
I understand that. If I was to box someone like Daniel Dubois or Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or Usyk, then I probably would, but I don't want to be disrespectful or feel very big-headed or anything, but I don't think that's necessary for Dempsey. In market can find that.
Yeah. And if he was called, I mean, don't get me wrong, you've just been mandated for a massive fight with David Adelaide, but we'll get to that. But if for some reason you and AJ was made in a couple of months by Turkey, what emotions would you like to feel? Or do you think you would feel? Nerves or fear? Or?
I don't know. I think you should ask Ben that question, yeah. Oh man, he'll have a good payday. But I don't know. Obviously, this is a fictional, obviously, question, but...
Listen, I don't mean AJ's a gym mate, but when you said those break fighters, all right, say you got doing a world title shot next week, what would you like to feel? Would you like to feel a bit more on edge, or would you be cool?
Yeah, a bit more nervous than what I am now, 100%. But I can't help the way I feel, can I?
No. Demsey McKean, I watched a bit of the head-to-head, and we talked before about maybe when someone insults you a little bit or says you've had an easy way or you're green or you're raw, would it liven you up a little bit? And clearly, don't get me wrong, Dempsey was respectful, but did any of that, when you're sitting there face-to-face and the guys maybe questioning your potential or questioning the height, did any of that rile anything in you, or was it still just business?
No, like, with boxing, I just don't take it personal whatsoever. Like, if he thinks that it's cool, think that, yeah. But you're gonna see that it's not that way, you know. And I don't really like to do a lot of talking because I know soon my boxing, I just saw my brother and my dad and my other brothers just pulled up and Sammy's making silly faces behind your head. Yeah, with that head-to-head thing, it's kind of annoyed, yeah, because like, let's say I think I'm gonna win that fight, and obviously I should, and Dempsey obviously thinks that, but I actually generally think that I'm gonna knock him out. But he just thinks that because obviously he's gonna have confidence in himself, whereas I think that because that's logical, you know. And with sitting there and him telling me that he's gonna beat me, he's gonna do all this, I'm like, I don't really want to argue with you with that because we're gonna find out, you know.
I thought it was very, very, very cool when you said someone who's good, a boxer with a good chin is just a punch bag.
Exactly, he is. He's got a good chin.
But in terms of a name on your resume, a guy that took Hrgović a distance, that is going to be one.
Saying this, he's got knocked down the 12 rounds.
So, well, I mean, very close to the distance. That is a massive jump up, and you've complained very politely about your level of opponents from day one. You know, I want better. Dempsey taking Hrgović 12 rounds. That's a massive level. Don't get me wrong, I respect Maris back a lot, but Dempsey's, you would argue, he's in his prime as a fight, whereas Maris was a veteran.
Don't disagree either. It's a good fight for me, you know. If I don't beat Dempsey, then I don't think I'm gonna do the things that I thought I could. And it's a good fight for me. and I'm happy for it. I'm happy for the step up. I don't really have much to say about Dempsey. Like, I've been talking about him for about 2 hours today, but actually not saying anything. I don't feel like I just want to waffle today. Like, I generally just don't. I don't really know what to say about him. He is what he is.
Derek Chisora had a chat with the other day, and he said he was a bit worried about Fury because he didn't think he had good sparring partners. But I think you went in for 2 weeks and was out, and I don't think there was many pictures shared of you being in the cami. Andy Lee, we spoke to the other day on a show, and he was brilliant what he told us about what he saw. He was only there for a week. I don't know if your time's crossed over.
No.
The idea is that Tyson needs to be more aggressive. And I know it's such an easy thing. I'll be more aggressive. You don't think he does?
No. The thing is, people just think that
You can walk.
you switch something and all of a sudden you're going to win. Just because Tyson switches the power mode to aggressive, that doesn't mean he's going to win. Like, you need to look at what was going wrong in that fight, what was going well in that fight. You need to dissect it. It's like, take Joshua for example. He had 2 different game plans. Like, first fight he wanted to outbox him. And second fight he tried to stick it all over Usyk, and then even end up getting hurt. What makes you think that you can just walk him down and it's gonna be all sunshines after that? It's bizarre.
I think the point is that we had no disrespect to Anthony Joshua, but I imagine that Fury might be able to apply pressure in a more difficult way to deal with.
When Fury had success,
Fury the question, and he said, "I'm not like AJ Dubois. I need to be more aggressive. Or I'm not just going to walk forward in that sense. You know, proper pressure, cutting down the ring. That's what I mean."
I get that, but how do you cut the ring off correctly? It's like, obviously, no disrespect to you, yeah, but you're not a boxing coach. You're not a boxer. I don't know if you're
not really a boxing journalist.
That's what I mean. Like, you can't just say all of a sudden. So if, let's say everybody knows a bit of football, yeah, and let's say you've gone. I don't know a lot about football, but I'm just gonna say, let's say we're attacking, yeah, and we've lost the game. I'm not going to all of a sudden say, let's go defensive, we're not going to score, and they're not going to score any goals, and we're going to win the game. It's not that simple. You need to put certain rules into play, certain tactics, certain things into play in order for you to win that fight, and that's the case with Fury. You can't just say, I'm gonna walk him down and all of a sudden it's thumbs up and we're gonna win. It just doesn't happen that way. There's obviously a lot more to boxing. It's like, and I generally believe that Fury had more success in the fight when he was boxing on his back foot, counter punching. But he would counter punch and walk off, wipe his nose. You need to build on that, you know?
When you get called over for the 2 weeks that you had, does Sugar Hill, do they ask you to do anything in particular, or do you just go and box like you? You just go and spar?
Just spar how you want to spar. Do your thing.
Because that's quite interesting. That would be like you would be asked to do something to act like Usyk, so Fury knows how to. It's nothing like that.
I mean, you get sparring partners that are similar to Usyk, so you don't make them act like Usyk. You know.
I remember I've watched another interview you did where you said you love working with Fury because he always helps you, and there was a bit where you were struggling on the inside, and instead of like just walking away and leaving you, or you're just a sparring partner, he worked with you. Did you pick up anything again?
No, really.
Good now, yeah.
He was it's not that. He was serious about this.
Yeah.
He was serious about this fight. We didn't actually really get to see him up much. We was literally come in, spar, out. There was no, like last time there was a lot of talking, a lot of XYZ, but now it was just business.